Hello, everybody, and welcome for another tabletop review brought to you by me, Tabletop Junkie. And today we are going to talk about the Talislanta Guidebook for 3rd edition. Now, aside from I've been going through this book very seldomly, and this is considered 3rd edition. And at this time, I believe it was made by Wizards of the Coast. This was a different one, and this was published in let's see, this was published around, trying to think, trying to look for the publishing date. I can't find it. So this was probably after 1990 because the last book we did was for 2nd edition. That was 1990, and this is pretty old. So this has got to be like 91 ish. I would think it's 91, 92 ish. Let me see if I can flip to the back. Yep, we got it right here, and it does have like an old style Wizards of the Coast like stamp. It's actually got like a lighthouse and something on it. This was like years ago. I didn't even know they did this. I don't know if it would be. So let's see here. We have 92. Yes. Okay, so the only date I seen is 92. So yeah, okay. All right. Um about 92. I say that because to give you an idea how old these books really are. These are not anything new. This must have been at the time that I think I can't remember if which edition was emerging. I think it was D&D second edition was are merged at the time. This does not follow normal D20 mechanics as you would think. It's still following the same mechanics that it followed under the first edition and second edition. Mechanics for Talislanta. This does give an overview of what's of everything. It even gives you approximately 20 years after the wizard Timberland first wrote the Chronicles of Talislanta. Much has transpired since that time, but before we go any further, there has been some more additional history that's been written about. So there's been some expansion on the history of Talislanta. Now, that's actually quite interesting, I would say. And you still get the map of the continent of Talislanta. You get some brief. I wouldn't say brief, honestly. You get some details of the areas, the kingdoms of Talislanta, the country, and the city states, and anything and everything before, and locations. So we do get to see that part of Talislanta as well. They do have a breakdown of each region and each land, each location in each region, and they don't really highlight because it's black and white ink, so they they color in what they're talking about, and which region they're talking about there. So yeah, I pretty much have to say that this is another well written book of Talislanta. Personally, when I play Talislanta, I am going to start off with first edition because I want to experience this like I'm experiencing seeing it for the first time. I'm gonna have people create characters for first edition. Then I'm gonna say, well, okay, we're moving to second edition. Let's see what we go there, and then third edition, just to see the difference, if there is any. So yeah, I'm going through this now, and we get another. We do have settings here for Talislanta. The regions and everything so far. Um, and it just basically it's like seeing it for the first time if you've never seen the first two editions. So there's really not much change. It's like they took all the things that they put in multiple books and they merged it into one. This is actually I think this book is even longer because this ended up being over 300 pages. So that's actually very much amazing. Um, So yeah, I don't see much of any difference. Let's start going through a breakdown. They did go through some example use of attributes, example use of skills, much as they've done before in the past. So, um, they talked about all different types of mechanics and stuff that will be on your character sheet. So, yeah, once again, nothing but great things. So this is the first book that we are covering out of third edition, which started the earliest date I've seen so far, the only date I've seen so far for anything for copyright or anything has been 92. So I have to be pretty much certain that this was released in 92. So we're going to actually start seeing some more. We're going to start, as we're exploring this book here, I would show you guys some of the art. Let me see if I can get some art pulled out. Once again, we're still dealing with the black and white art. This was before, I think, 92. That was like so long ago. That was before we reached anything. Look at that. I know I'm scrolling through it kind of fast. No, most of this art is all dated back to 1990. This is 1990. This was done in 86. I think we've seen this in past books as well. And I don't know when that guy was drawn right there, but we've seen him dozens of times. He is like the exemplar. Like he's sharing examples. This little picture only shows up when examples are being shared. So yeah, this is a much easier. It looks like it's still the same information for the most part. Nothing's really much been added or changed or altered. It's just they've reformatted it to show difference, show examples, so that way it's not um, just showing examples. They have breaking down the archetypes in among the. It looks like among the respective kingdoms. Because I don't have any Jaffa, but I got a Muse Telepath, which is said to be an archetype of the Seven Kingdoms. Thrall Warrior. I don't see the Jaffa. We might see those in a little bit later. But yeah, it's basically they just reformatted the book to make it easier to look stuff up, such as archetypes. Oh, and they even give you a list and tell you which region they're from, such as the Armenian Inquisitor is from the Western Lands. The Azu warrior is from the Wild Coast. I love the Wild Coast. We should actually have a talk about the Wild Coast sometime. Sometime, so. And, they go through all their breakdowns of each archetype that you could play. Very, very good. I'm also working on some homebrew rules for this to where you can just pick your archetypes. Like, I actually have a Azu Ranger, Desert Ranger, where he is more in the desert realm, because he was orphaned when he was a kid. It was a great. I like that. I like to be able to customize a bit. He still pretty much all had his characteristics as a warrior, other than the skills as a warrior, because he wasn't really skilled as much fighting as much as he was with just survival. Which comes with a different skill set, I should say. So, but as far as this goes, third edition is pretty much the same as the first two editions. Very little changes, just better looking artwork. You still get, what I love about this is you still get your guys. They still managed to put the guys in here like this: Russian Assassin, Mage, Russian Desert Warrior. That's just, that way you can, photocopy your own paper minis. It's just so easy for you to customize your own game. I love that. So, let's see what else we get with this book. Skills, magic, equipment, game mastery. It actually comes complete with its own bestiary. With the other one, I think we got a whole book of a naturalist guide. This actually gives us a few. So that's actually quite interesting. So yeah, it's basically they took all the previous works and merged them together all in one book for you. And of course, the glossary terms of Talislanta. So yeah, all right. Like I said, not much of a difference. Just reformatted work, better looking, more pristine look. Like I said, I haven't really seen much of a change. Just more organized information than the previous editions. So definitely a must look into. This is the Talislanta Guidebook under third edition. So definitely, if you are interested in Talislanta, do pick that up. And it does. I mean, as I stated before, it looks like they did expand a little bit more further on the history. I could be wrong. They might have just taken history from the previous books and then just made it sound like they expanded on it. But regardless of which, it's got a new look. Some great old artwork. It makes it look like it's an ancient text of an ancient alien world. I just love it. I've got to run an actual play on my own channel regarding Talislanta. That is on my list to do things to do for this year. So hopefully we can see more of that. Well, without going any further and sounding like a rambling person once again, because like I said, I could ramble on and on and on about how good the third edition Talislanta is. Talislanta, the series itself, leading up to this point, has been fantastic. And you can get the books on the main creator's website, which is going to be a link in my description after I finish up this video. So if you are interested, go to the link and check out the website for yourself. There is even a Discord server. I do recommend checking that out as too. So I highly recommend highly recommend this. And I definitely recommend third edition. So this has been a great review. I don't really have, I don't even have anything negative to say about it at this point. Other than, if it's not for you, that's okay. I understand. Not every game is going to be a game that everybody likes. So, but at least check it out if you are interested. So I'm a tabletop gamer. I've been interested in Talislanta for nearly a year. I've just never ran a game with it yet. So hopefully we will very soon. So, well, that's my review on this. It is definitely highly recommended. And like I said, you can find it on the main creator's website. It's actually on there for no cost, so you can really doesn't hurt you to take the time just to go through it and thumb through it and see if you like it. So, all right, everybody. Well, that's everything that I have at this time. I want to say thank you so much for joining in if you did, and for those who haven't seen my video yet, for the future viewers, if you do check out this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I do have more coming up regarding Talislanta, so yeah, go ahead and check me out. All right, well, everybody have a great and wonderful day, and once again, work hard, play hard, game hard, everybody. Game on. My famous tabletop junkie salute. Have a great and wonderful day.